Hey, what's up, everybody? TwystidJ here, and this is Twystid's Tech Tuesday. We're doing it now. So, here's one of the topics that I've been talking about all day that I actually just found out about this, but the Xbox One officially going discless, which I know that I've actually got a little bit of a stutter there. So, if you guys want to be a part of this, feel free. To hit me up on my actual Facebook, which is actually, I'm not going to give out my name, but it's at twystidj81. So if you guys want to be a part of this, this is 7 questions to ask about the Xbox One going discless. First question, how does Xbox Game Pass tie into this move? You automatically have to assume that them going discless is probably the biggest main view that they're looking at to actually sell more subscriptions to the Xbox Game Pass, for which is only, I think, $9.99 right now. So you really can't complain for playing every game that's actually coming out for the Xbox that is exclusively owned by the Xbox coming out. Games like Forza, games like Gears of War 4, games like Sea of Thieves, games like that have a very, very, very big tie-in to this. That being said, what else do you look at with that? And how does that impact the sales of the actual console going discless? Another question to really ask about it is, what is the price point of this going to be? Is it going to be under $200? Is it going to be at $200? Is it going to be $250, $300? And why is there not? Have they not announced an Xbox One X version of this? Because I truly think that if they were to do a discless Xbox One X, sorry about that little stutter right there, but I think it would actually boost their sales quite a bit. Especially if they are going to drop it for around $150 to $200, if not in that high end at $250, which right now the Xbox One One S is actually shooting at that number right there for right around $250 somewhere. You kind of have to expect it to be somewhere in between the $150 to $250 range, which could you go completely wrong with that? No, I think the possibility's right there. I actually think that it will succeed in the long run, because you've got a year and a half until they're really, really going to go into selling the next gen, which that is the next main question that you have to ask about this. What will this bring to the next gen? I think it'll bring speculation to it, because I think you kind of have to look at that and say, like, if this flops and it does not sell at all, I think you have to say, do we even bother going digital on the next gen? I truly think you kind of have to say yes, because I think this is going to be a motivational sell point, especially if it comes in around that $200 price range, is the real question. But the one question that I have in my mind is, why is there not a move towards the Xbox One X yet? Are they preparing it for probably later this year? Are they waiting to actually do something with it when they come out with the Fortnite edition? Are they going to announce something at their Gamescom that's coming up, I think, in the next few days, if not the next couple of weeks? I think it's definitely going to come into effect, that they might say something like, honestly, we might actually do this with the Xbox One X, but it might be a little further down the road because they just came out with the Xbox One X and the prices actually dropped, I think, to $400, I think. Roughly $400, which is actually a really, really good deal for their buck. And I think the selling point there would actually be, would this sell for $300 to $350? I think the Xbox One X version probably would roughly sell for that price because you would have that 4K. I think it runs at like 4 teraflops per second streaming wise. And that brings me to the next topic. How will this stream onto YouTube or Twitch or whatever site, Mixer, being one of the Xbox's bigger companies that actually helps them out? I think, honestly, I don't know how this would affect that. I think it would actually make it a little bit better. I think if they actually did some kind of remote play with it, I think it would actually be, I think it would actually be a really, really good thing. But I think most people right now actually have OBS, or they're actually tying their Xbox to their actual gaming computer, switching to OBS and stuff of that nature, and also going with a capture card in there somewhere, probably an Elgato capture card. I don't know how that would actually stream because I don't stream games. I haven't done it yet, which I'm actually looking forward to actually trying it, because that's one of the few things that I don't have the money for, is to go get a capture card, but I do have OBS on my laptop, which I probably should actually have it on my desktop. But I think you've got to have some form of capture card, which I think you've got to have an in and an out graphics card with an in and an out. So that being said, I think I think it might succeed in that area. Do I have 100% faith that it will? No. Do I have a 90% faith that it might? Yeah, I definitely think it might have that type of feel, because I think that if this thing streams as well as any of the other consoles, I definitely think this will definitely be a huge breaking point. The other question to really be asked, will it run in true 4K at I think it's 21? God, I can't remember if it's 2180 or if it's like 21. Yeah, it's 2160 which basically, if it runs in full H, or not full HD, God, I don't know what they even call that. I know it's like full HD. I think it'll definitely run pretty well. I don't know if it'll run at 60 frames per second, but it definitely might run at 30. Easily at 30, depending on the game. Which I'm actually hoping that it actually has a decent processor, which I think with the Xbox One S, I think that is definitely smoothed up the scaling processor a little bit, because I think they did put a bigger processor in there to really push the envelope to go with a PlayStation, and I think it's definitely got the higher possibility of actually working. That being said, you could run movies, digital media, whatever you want in 4K. But do I think you're going to play games in 4K? Probably not. You're probably going to run them at 1440p or 1080. That's my guess. Just like the Xbox One S, I think you run it at 1440p. I think's the high it runs at, and I think it definitely runs at full HD for sure. That is another topic that I actually want to bring you guys right there. So, I've actually said a lot of questions here. Another question to be asked is how much hard drive space will there be on this console? You have to assume there's going to be a 1 terabyte hard drive put in there, but you have to automatically also think that there possibly could be a 2 terabyte hard drive going in, because 1 terabyte isn't a lot of memory to play games on nowadays. Most games nowadays are actually going to take up probably 70 gigs easy. That's the one thing that I've got to say about that. So you're probably only going to get probably 100 game. Well, I should say between 30 and 70 gigabytes per game, blah, 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 somewhere in there. So you have to assume that you're probably only going to get probably about 30, 40 games tops to play per download. So, which downloads tend to be a little bit bigger file than an actual disc-based game, because they actually fit less. They try not to upscale as much in the disc-based game as they do digitally. So you kind of have to assume that it being discless, the digital downloads are probably going to be bigger files. So you're probably only going to get probably 20 games on your console at a time, unless you go out and buy a bigger hard drive. Do I think they'll release it with a 500 gig? I seriously hope not, because if they come out saying that this is only going to have a 500 gig hard drive, that might upset a few buyers, and I think it might go under the process and say, you know what, I might just take my bet and just go to the next gen and wait, and totally screw up the process of this actually being a huge, huge sale. You have to look at it from a business perspective, because Xbox is definitely going to go that route, which I seriously hope they don't go with a 500 gig hard drive, because I seriously hope they go to a 1 terabyte hard drive, because if they don't, it might doom them completely. And I think Phil Spencer, as being who he is, I truly think that he is absolutely the brilliant mind that is actually going to push this forward. And I think you kind of have to look at that and say, you know what, it's going to try to sell on a 1 terabyte hard drive, which you could go out and get a 2, a 3, a 4, possibly even a 5 terabyte hard drive. What do you call it? A 5 terabyte external hard drive. You can definitely get those, but you're definitely going to be paying up a little bit more than what you probably paid for the actual console, because I've looked at 1 terabyte hard drives. I think they're going for 1 or 2 terabyte hard drives. I think they're going for roughly $50-$60 or something like that you just hook it up to. So that being said, I'm actually going to cut this one a little bit short. And those are the questions that I'm actually asking about this. And what else is this going to bring to Xbox, to the actual Xbox marketplace? And how, here's another question, which I know I left it to 7 questions, but how is the Nintendo Switch going to tie into this? That's going to be another big topic that people are going to have to ask. I don't think it's as big a question as what it should be, but I still think it's a remotely big question. So I want to say thank you guys for watching this stream. I'm TwystidJ, and I'll see y'all on the flip side. And please comment, rate, and subscribe, and check out my friends' channels, Batgirl Jamie, and our show, The Juggalettes Are Us. And also go check out my friend DJ Zombie. He does cooking videos. He does all different kinds of videos, live chats through Hangout, which we're going to be doing a lot more stuff of that nature coming up soon. Plus, go check out my nephew's channel. It's Little Twisty87. He's got content coming up every once in a while. So that being said, let's keep it fresh, y'all, and let's keep it twisted. Goodbye, everybody. Have fun and be safe tonight. Laters. Goodbye. Bong. Oh, and also go check out our store at teespring.com. And please try to buy something for us because it actually helps us get what we need to actually do these videos. So if you guys want to be a part of this video, and I gotta say thank you, DJ Zombie, for coming into the stream. And later, my brother, I'm going out. Bang, bang. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.